Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Benefits Cooldown. That's Ed. I'm Eric. Ed, look, man, you and I have had a little streak of bad luck when it comes to health. Now, luckily, we're both okay, but you and I just got back from a conference a few weeks ago. And upon return, I know you said you were testing positive for COVID. So that's not fun. And you got a benefits agency to run. You got employees and clients relying on you. I then went out of town a week later to another event. And I got off the plane, and the next day I was diagnosed with COVID. So I can't even blame you technically, although I want to. But Ed, here's my question, right? This is not going away. I don't think anytime soon. It's here. It's like getting a cold and a flu every year. It's going to happen. People are going to get sick, right? So as leaders of our organization, right? You, Nielsen, myself, Voluntary Disruption. And as we're guiding our employee benefit clients and employers, what are they supposed to do when employees call out sick and they say they have COVID and they need to be out for 3 or 4 days and they got problems? Work still has to get done. I'm nervous that it's going to continue to impact the culture at a company whereby, a 20-person company, 3 people are out, and now the other 17 people have to pick up where those 3 people left off because work still has to get done. Do you have any thoughts on this? Like what can we be doing, or how can we be helping our clients?
Well, I'm glad it wasn't patient zero with regards to your case. Anyways, yeah, I'm still kind of dealing with some of those lingering effects. But you're absolutely right. It's, you rewind back to, March of 2020 or the year of 2020. I don't think we necessarily knew we'd still be dealing with this 2.5 years from now. But here we are, right? But as you mentioned, it's becoming a lot more commonplace, especially now. I feel like every day I'm hearing about someone getting it in some way, shape, or form, and it's just becoming so much more commonplace. And so, myself, as you mentioned, I had it. In fact, my entire family got it at the same time. It was kind of weird how it happened, but it happened nevertheless. And so, it kind of knocked my capacity down from a professional perspective, because I had to, be a parent and help a sick family, and a husband at the same time, while also trying my best at the time to be as active as possible within the business to help support my team. To your point, I really think it's going to become something that's a lot more commonplace, and employers are just going to have to deal with it as they do with anybody calling out sick for whatever other reason they're sick that maybe is not COVID related, right? So, you have sick days built into your benefit plans anyways, or your benefit, structure in some way, shape, or form. And so, whether it's a small organization or a large organization, I'm going to have to figure out what that contingency plan, is.
Bingo. That's it right there. The contingency plan. Yes. Sorry, exactly. I got excited because I think you hit the nail right on the head. I would like to assume that every company, small to large, has contingency plans when key people, even really rank and file, no offense, anybody's out. But would you agree most people still don't have contingency plans? Maybe as advisors, we should at least be reminding and encouraging our clients to start putting those plans together.
Especially as we head into the holidays, 100%. We're dealing with it now during the summer, which is usually when people are out for usually the fun stuff, family vacations and things of that nature. So it shouldn't be too different, especially because, as we've talked about on prior benefit cooldowns, you want employees, if they're going out on vacation even, to be able to unplug and disconnect as much as possible. So there needs to be a contingency plan in place for that as well. And while that is easier to plan for, because usually when someone's about to go out, maybe someone calls you right now, right? Or maybe for tomorrow and says, hey, I don't think I could make it in because I'm sick. So that's a lot harder to plan for. But by having a contingency plan in place, it's going to happen. Fortunately, it worked really well with my team. Even when other people on our team were able to, had some illnesses that kind of came across their way. But the business kept going, right? And hopefully your clients and such can understand that we're all humans. So.
Look, you're right. The interesting thing is COVID affects culture, and culture can be affected in a positive way if and when you have a proper or even somewhat of any contingency plan in place. So I like it. COVID, culture, contingency. Oh my. Guys, I appreciate you listening. As always, that's Ed. I'm Eric. This has been another COVID culture contingency. Man, I'm on a roll today, brother. This has been another episode of the Cool Down with Ed and Eric. As always, if you have any questions, thoughts, ideas, put them in the comments section below. If anybody watches or listens to our videos to the end, comment the word banana in the comment section right now. Comment banana to prove to us that you actually listened and watched, or at least read the captions. This will be a lot of fun. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Ed.
Banana.